Hello everyone, I'm Paul and this is problem 3635. Earliest finish time for land and water rights 2. This is a medium problem and the key here is observation, so let's start. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, I highly recommend you to watch that video first. It's in my channel. This is exactly the same as part 1, the only difference is in the constraints. We can have up to 5 times 10 to the power of 4 land rights and water rights. This means that we can't think in terms of big O of n times m, because here 5 times 10 to the power of 4 to the power of 2 is a very large number which we can't handle, so we have to think about something else. Here I will show you how to solve this in big O of n plus m time complexity. So let's see how this works. If we're given this input, we know that the result is 9. Why? Well, because we can take first this land right from 2 to 6, and then at 6 we can start with this water right up to 9. Given that the finish time is 9, this is the result. We know that we can't try every possible combination because this requires big O of n times m, and we are solving this in big O of n plus m now. So what's the trick? Well, let's say that for some reason we know that in the winner combination the land right comes before the water right. Now the question is, if the land right comes first, what's the best land right that we can choose? Well, the one with the minimum end time, right? So we can go through these land rights and keep the minimum value between every start time plus distance. So we are keeping the minimum end time. Here we do 2 plus 4 and this is equal to 6. So the finish time for land right number 1 up to this moment is 6. Then we continue with this right. It starts from 8 and the duration is 1. So we do 8 plus 1 and that's how we get 9. Given that 9 is greater than 6 and we are looking for the minimum possible result, here we keep 6. Now we have already iterated all the land rights and we can continue with the next part. If this is the first right, the second right has to be in this timeline, which means here we should have the second right. So now we can iterate water rights. And now we need to get the finish time of ride number 2. Here we only have one ride. How do we get the corresponding starting time for this ride? Well, remember what we did for part 1. We can take the maximum between the finish time for ride number 1 and the start time for this ride. The maximum between 6 and 6 is 6. So here we keep 6 plus the distance for this ride, which is 1, 2, 3. 6 plus 3 is equal to 9. So the end time for ride number 2 is 9. If we start with the land ride and then we continue with the water ride, this is the result. And now we can try the other hypothesis. What if we start with the water ride and we continue with the land ride? What's the best water ride that we can start with? Well, the one with the minimum finish time. So finish 1 now is equal to the minimum between these rides. Here we only have one, which starts at 6. 6 plus a distance of 3 is equal to 9, so the finish time for ride number 1 is 9. And what's the best land ride that we can take after this finish time? Well, we can iterate these land rides from left to right, same to what we did before. So we start with this one. How do we get the starting point? Well, we take the maximum between finish 1 and the start time. The maximum between 2 and 9 is 9. So finish 2 is now equal to 9 plus the distance of this ride, which is 4. 9 plus 4 is equal to 13. Now we can iterate the next land ride, because remember that here we are looking for only the best land ride after this water ride. So now we are here. How do we get the start time? Well, we take the maximum between F1, which is 9, and 8. The maximum is 9, so we do 9 plus the distance of this ride, which is 1. The result here is 10. And given that 10 is smaller than the number that we already have here, this is now 10. So if we start with the water ride and we continue with the land ride, the minimum finish time is 10. And the minimum finish time among these two hypotheses is 9. So this is the result. As I said before, by doing this, we solve the problem in big O of n plus m time complexity. Why? Well, because in this scenario, first we iterate land rides and then we iterate water rides. So this requires big O of n plus m. In this scenario, first we iterate water rides and then we iterate land rides. This requires n plus m also. So this would be technically big O of n plus m plus n plus m. And we can reduce this to just big O of n plus m. And space complexity here is big O of 1. So with this in mind, now let's go with the code. First, we can say that n and m are equal to the length of land start time and the length of water start time. The result is initially positive infinity because we are looking for the minimum possible number. And now we can use a function check. This requires 4 variables. First, we have start times for category number 1. Then we have durations of this category. And then we have the same for category number 2. So here we can use S2 and D2. Now, the initial finish time after the first ride corresponding to the first category is initially positive infinity because we are looking for the minimum possible number here. And now we can iterate all the rides in this category. So for I in range length S1, every time F1 is the minimum between what we already have here and the current start time is 1i plus the current duration, d1i. Now we can continue with the next step, which is we need to get the minimum finish time after ride number 2. So this is initially positive infinity. We want to return this value. And here in between, we have to iterate the rides of category number 2. So for I in range, length S2, every time F2 is the minimum between what we already have here. And regarding the corresponding start time, here we need to consider the maximum between finish 1 and the current start time. And then we need to add the corresponding duration for this ride of category number 2. And that's it. By the end of this loop, we will have here in F2 the minimum end time. And now with this, we can go down here and return the minimum among our 2 hypotheses. First, we check the scenario in which we try first 1 land ride and then 1 water ride. So here we need to use land start time, then land duration, water start time, water duration. And now here we check the opposite. Here we use water start time, water duration, land start time, land duration. Okay, so this is it. Here we return the minimum among the 2 hypotheses. Let's submit this and see if it works. As you can see, this works and it's very efficient. So if you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.